A couple weeks ago, I posted a video building the final tower of Ring 2, and since making that, I've made a few minor changes to some things, but now I'm excited to say that Ring 2 is officially finished, and so for today's video, I'm going to be kind of showing it off, showing some of the things I did, I guess. I did this for Ring 1, like, back in 2020, and I wasn't sure if I should make one for Ring 2, because, like, Ring 1, I didn't make a video on most of the towers there, but Ring 2, I did. But I decided, you know, new viewers, so like they may not have seen all the videos, they may not want to go searching for them, especially because many of them were from well over a year ago. If you want to play this, here's the Obby ID right here, 655503168 8. So you start here. Shark will say, where is this? The last thing I can remember is constructing the Tower of Low Parts, and this is being annoying by doing that. And then I remember waking up in a bunch of explosions of a citadel high in the sky. I feel like I was the one who caused the explosion, but unwillingly. So I will go ahead and say that there are kind of two sharks in the story here. There's me, an actual human being who builds towers and posts videos of me doing so on YouTube. And there's the shark in the storyline. So unlike Ring 1, I did not build these towers in order of like difficulty. So like I didn't build the easiest one first and the second easiest and so on. I kind of just built them in whatever order I kind of felt like. But I guess we'll play this in difficulty order anyway. So going over here leads you to the beginner towers where we have Tower of Team Seas. And I'm not going to play every tower because that would take forever. I will play kind of some of my favorites. We'll start with Tower of Team Seas, I guess. So welcome to Tower of Team Seas. In this tower, you will need to collect one piece of trash on each floor as you ascend. For a bit of information of what Team Seas is, visit the building behind you. Don't question why there's a building at the bottom of the ocean. It doesn't always hashtag things. It's very weird. I don't know why it does that all the time. It's like kind of annoying. What is Team Seas? Team Seas is a campaign held by YouTubers Mr. Beast and Mark Rober. They hope to raise $30 million to remove 30 million pounds of trash from our planet's oceans. They hope to do this by 2022. There are only a few different types of links I'm supposed to show on Roblox, but go to any YouTube video about Team Seas and you should be able to find it. There's a typo. Let me fix that. Speaking of which, many YouTubers have made videos to spread awareness about Team Seas. This includes myself. My video is me building this tower. You can find it on my channel, Roro Studios. I will put one of those card thingies up here in the top right for each of these towers that I built. So yeah, this was back in like October of 2021, so over a year ago. You can see how long I've been working on this. I collected the like water bottle that's there just a moment ago. Then you go on either side here. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. Oh, right, and we gotta make sure we collect that as well. So I kind of got inspiration for this tower. I mean, obviously from Team Seas, but like the gameplay. It was kind of like Tower of Extraordinary Adventures, but I don't know. I'm sure I'm missing something, but in Tower of Extraordinary Adventures in JToH, isn't it just, oh yeah, there's a bunch of buttons you have to collect. I'm not going to tell you where they all are or how many there are, so the only way you're going to know if you got them all is if you can't beat the end. I'm sure there's something I'm missing here, but okay. Press this button to reset the trash's position. Oh yeah, I forgot to read this. Follow the path of wood to find the trash on this floor. It's too big to pick up, though, but there's an Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator right here. How convenient. Another thing I want to point out is you'll notice all this, like, seagrass I put here. Yeah, I don't know how many, like, parts this in total took up. I guess I could go look at the video where I originally built this and see, like, my part count at the start and end of it. But yeah, all that seagrass took up a ton of parts, but it was actually kind of useful because then whenever I needed parts, I could just come to this tower and delete some of them. You're getting close to the surface, so the current of the water is pushing you towards the back wall of this tower. I'm not really sure if that's how it actually works. I don't think it is, but whatever. Oh, maybe I should fix this since it's not. Okay, yeah. Okay, there, I fixed it. What I did was I just took I made this be like just a regular part that looks like a jump pad, and then this is the real jump pad that's invisible. I did have to delete one of the seagrass thingies to get an extra part for that, though. This is the final stretch of the tower. The water current is very strong now, and the kill bricks deal twice as much damage. So there's that. I think that's supposed to be like a plastic plate or something. And I forgot to get the thing. Well, one of them. Yeah, it was down here. There we go. There. So now you're at the top, and this is supposed to say, if there's a gray wall here, then it looks like you can collect every piece of trash. You should have collected one for each floor with the exception of this one. And there, that's the end. So this is the win room for all the towers. Well, it looks like you managed to beat a tower. Great job, not only on that, but also finding your way into Ring 2. There seems to be something far more sinister behind the destruction of Citadel of Eternal Corruption. What matters now, though, is that you continue to practice obbies and complete towers. There's no doubt you will need to use those skills. If you enjoyed this obby, please be sure to leave a like on it. Also, I've created a ton of YouTube videos on this ring, as well as Ring 1, and you can check them out on my channel, Roro Studios. Let me put the punctuation outside of this. I know you're not supposed to, but it doesn't make any sense why you would have to put punctuation inside the quotes, because then how are you supposed to know what this actually is? Like, the name of my channel is Roro Studios, capital R, capital S, like that, and there's no period at the end, but there very well could be. And you wouldn't know that because I'm supposed to put punctuation inside. If you complete the obby in this win room, you will find a button to help you find your way to Citadel of Abstraction, the string Citadel. Again, good job on completing the tower. When you're ready to return to the lobby, step on the green brick. So I'll explain the storyline a little bit now. So the idea is that after Citadel of Eternal Corruption, which was ring 1's Citadel, it like exploded, and so then everything fell down here. And so that's what these like things are. It's this sign is supposed to say, is this floor 11 of the ring 1 Citadel? And so this win room is a different floor. Okay, here's another one. Tower of Industrial Uprise. Okay, so you'll notice there's like another thing here. I would put it like on top of here, but I ran out of space. So I went earlier today, I added in all these things on the videos that I took like inspiration from comments on. So that's like your YouTube username. So what I put here was like your YouTube username or like something similar to it. Like if it's just a Google account, so it's like an actual name, then I kind of have to just put the first name because it would hashtag it otherwise. So this one is Tower of Industrial Uprise, and the idea was that the tower had to be realistic, so like there couldn't be floating parts and things like that. So you start in that basement that's like underneath here. So if this looks like it has 7 floors, it's because the 8th one is underneath here. Before I recorded the video where I built this, I like did a quick Googling of how towers, like in real life, like skyscrapers and things, don't just fall over. Also the sign says in order to power moving parts, you need to turn on the generator outside the tower, which you just saw me do. So like one of them was that there's like floors underneath it, I guess, which helps like stabilize it so the whole thing doesn't just fall over. And also I think the idea for these things on the outside was that it's supposed to be like things that hold the concrete together, but I think they normally be like inside the tower or inside the wall, but I wanted to make them visible and kind of fit the theme, so that's why they're kind of on the outside. And here's the end. Okay, let's do Tower of Head Scratching now. I did just delete another one of the seagrass things, and I wanted to add this. The name of this one, I didn't come up with a name of myself, because I couldn't really think of one. So it was this person who decided the name. So this was built in the 12-hour challenge video, where I played Obby Creator for 12 hours straight. And the idea for this tower was that every floor would have like a puzzle of some sort. One of these is a button, and one is a kill brick dealing 70 damage. The others are normal parts. Let me just do this to find which one is the button. Here it is. It's the one in the corner. There we go. While the push box is on the moving platform, stand on it and move your character around. This way the box won't fall out of the platform. If you're not standing super close to a push box, then it like won't be moved by moving parts. It's kind of weird, but that's why you have to do that. So you gotta get it in this basket and then do that so it doesn't fall out. Then you gotta get it to here, and then you have this outside section. Oh right, you gotta also press this with the push box. There, now some more platforms appeared. Once back inside the tower, it's a maze. I think over here is the exit. I don't think there's a button you need or anything. There we go. So this starts the time, and then the next one resets it. That, like, red button. Why is this not, like, an actual truss walk? That's weird. Who knows why I built it like that? The puzzle for this floor is that, I mean, there's a safety net, but I thought the sign would explain it. Well, basically, it's conveyors going random directions. And for this one, it's that there's all these, like, shadow things. But since it's only a hard tower, you don't even really need them. So you just, like, look at the transparent ones. Okay, so like I said, when you load the obby slot, it's like essentially random what text it decides to hashtag. I don't know why, but this was originally supposed to be like a math quiz thing. And so there's also a quiz in this tower over here, but everything is hashtagged. So what I did was I added like a path you could just skip the quiz if it hashtags everything. It says use this path to skip the quiz if the text for the questions is hashtagged. Well, what this is supposed to be is it says time for a math quiz. Answer 3 questions correctly to complete the tower. Following will send you back to the start of the previous floor. Question 1. Shark places a regular part with a length of 2 studs, a width of 8 studs, and a height of 4 studs. What is the volume of the part? So you just multiply them together. It's 2 times 8 times 4, 16 times 4, which is 64 cubic studs, not 48. So it's this one. A 10-stud wrap is twice the length of a 5-stud wrap, not a 4-stud wrap. Question 3. How long is the red part? Don't jump to it because it's can't collide false. So this is 9 studs, this is 4, so you do 9 minus 4, which is 5. Or it doesn't say that. 5. You could just count along here, I guess. And there's the wind pad. So Tower of Honeybee Heights. This was just like a random idea I had for a tower, so I decided to build it. It's a bee-themed tower, as you could probably guess. Welcome to Tower of Honeybee Heights. You better believe there are going to be a lot of bee puns. I'm not going to play through this whole thing, but I think this tower was pretty cool. It was fun to build, and also the hexagonal shape was interesting. So now let's talk about Citadel of Abstraction and Tower of Among Us. So this was original at Corner Clip, but now I got to click it because they got patched, which was annoying. Tower of Among Us, this ring Soul Crushing Tower, is located on another obby slot. The ID for this obby is the same as this obby, but after the hashtag, put 17. Over here's the obby to get to Citadel of Abstraction. We'll do Citadel of Abstraction and then Tower of Among Us. Not that I'll play the whole thing, because they take like 30 minutes to play through. I do have videos on my channel of me playing through them though. Citadel of Abstraction is located on another Obby slot. The ID to play it is the same as this Obby, but after the hash I put 11. Before we move on to Citadel of Abstraction and Tower of Among Us, I'd like to quickly mention that in the pinned comment I've linked a community post where you can vote on the order I build 3 of the towers I have planned for Ring 3. The tower that gets the highest percentage will be built first, the second highest percentage second, etc. Okay, so Citadel of Abstraction. So I built this over the course of about 5 months and I think like 15 videos in total, and my sister also helped, and several floors were inspired by comments on my videos. In the win room, it says the specific, like, usernames, kind of like I did for the towers in Ring 2, like the main Ring 2. Here's the floor select over here. The total length of this is 24 floors. So, like, kind of similar related floors, I guess, are usually built in the same video. So, like, these two, they're not really themed because it's just the same. It's just like the start. I built it in the video titled My Biggest Obby Creator Project Yet. This one was building an ABCD sided tower. The next 3 were like rising lava and button speedruns. That was fun to build. This was big storyline developments, and this floor was also that. This was I composed my own music for this floor. Floor 11 outside was all its own video. I took like an old drawing I made like 8 years ago. I guess it'll probably be like more like 9 years ago now, and essentially turned it into this. And the drawing was like an Obby thing. The next 2 were wall hop insanity. Like, because you go, this was kind of complicated. You, like, do the outside section, and you go here, and then back up here, and then to this floor. This one was math-themed because it was the week of Pi Day. This one was the maze of wraparounds. This one was push box building competition. Very glitchy floors, and it's especially glitchy since the glitchy decal got deleted or something, so now it's just a white square. This one, I made a community post where the percentages determined how many of each jump I made, so I had to do like 50 plus ledge grabs. That went down to like halfway through this floor, and then this one I built in an Obby Creator variety pack, like the second half of this floor. And then the last 2 are kind of like together. This is 2 floors. When you actually enter the floor, this lava thing isn't there. So it's just the ending, and if you fall, your run ends. Haha. Okay, win room. It looks like you've barely escaped Citadel of Abstraction. Good job, player. Or did you? It seems you've entered the abstracted rings, and there's no turning back. There are many more rings and towers for you to conquer. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Has been weakened by the destruction of the Citadel. 6 more lie ahead of you. On you and Shark's journey, you will need to discover who is truly behind all of this and defeat them. And then we have a bunch of things in the win room. Here's the floor credits. Half of them are hashtag though. Oh, it looks like the usernames weren't. That's nice. And lastly, Tower of Among Us, which was Ring 2's Soul Crushing Tower. The Soul Crushing Towers don't really have anything to do with the storyline. Only the Citadels and like the main rings do. So the whole tower is shaped like an Among Us. I built this in like summer and a little bit of fall of 2022. And it all has its own OST. It's on this channel, not on my currently non-existent Roro Studios music channel. And it is in the game, but only I can hear it. Actually, I don't think I can even do that anymore. And I can't set the audios to public still. I'm tired of ranting on that, like, every video. The lobby here is based on the Among Us lobby. Kind of a summary of it is here. I don't feel like reading that, though. It's basically the theme of each floor is kind of based on the song name. So, like, floor 3 was the Among Us March, where you had, while you're, like, marching, you have to stay in time with the music. So that's why there's a bunch of timing-related jumps. So this was fun to build. It did take way longer than it should have because there were times where I, like, didn't post a video about this for, like, 2 months. But we finished it in the end. And we finished Ring 2 in the end as well. Now, Ring 3. I will be talking about my plans for Ring 3 in the next video I post, so make sure you subscribe for that. Thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, like I just said, if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.